So in the last Grimsby to Glory, we tried desperately to win that FA Cup and it didn't happen. However, after that, with the help of an amazing Jordan Pickford, we went on a run for the ages in the Premier League, winning game after game after game after game, meaning me and Adam Lallana may have to have a chat about the Europa League if we're in it with the tasty FA Cup final. As yes, you might have been able to tell, I was a little bit unhappy in how I finished that sentence, as there we go. No Europa League, and I really thought we'd get it, but nope, nothing for Grimsby, but a new season. So let's try and lift ourselves. New season, old kit. Yes, I know this is the old one, but the other one, it's very warm today, so I didn't want to ruin it, sweating the house out in that one, but we do have a new kit in the game that matters. As yes, I really do love this one. Shout out Billy on screen, of course, for making these. We've got the Spotify logo. It's in a line. It's whitened out. Got the scribbles like Crystal Palace, I'd say, which I really adored that kit. And it's mostly black on the back as well. Blacked out socks going down. Really do like that one. And I love this away kit as well. We've moved from grayscale to C-scale. Looks like that watery effect we did have before, but this one a bit more realistic, a bit more lighter, a bit more posher, I'd say. And I don't mind it in the Premier League, with the goalkeeper kit being a little bit similar, but it's that lime green kit which looks very good here. And will look very good on Pickford as we start off our Prem season with £40 million plus maybe a player sale. As this man's at our club and it says he's joining Atleti, have we received the money for him? We'll have to check once he leaves. As will it happen when I skip a day? It says it has happened right here. Right, have we added money? Or are we still on a crappy 40 million? And I say crappy because we actually did finish 7th and it is no improvement. Well, 2 million? I don't get that. How's it only gone up 2 when we sold him for like 15? I don't get it, but still, we'll have to talk about spending it. As this is the perfect opportunity to sit with Lallana, and yes, this is a new office. We're going all out this season. Adam, hope you like the new office. And that's not what I'm here to speak about, actually. You've got your budget this year, and I'm not taking it away from you. No stadium repair needed, the kit funded, contracts alright. So please take this money and spend it wisely for the club. As Adam says, I will, boss, and I know exactly where I want to sign. And if you do want to know, I want a striker. Our academy to me seems sorted. We've already paid our scouts off. And I feel with the young lad we have there, we are sorted for defenders. So yeah, a striker is what's needed. That was pretty obvious, wasn't it? As this is the defender he's talking about. Carlos Neves. Only 83 maximum potential, but at 16, he's only 68 rated. With a loan deal, he could be deadly, as he's got his promotion to the first team, and I'm going to put him straight on that list, alongside another player, Ibrahim Bell, maybe Harley Shields, and maybe Jacob Bell this time. He's actually 22, so he's not hit the heights of potential-wise. Maybe time for him to leave, as I didn't even notice this man as well. David Cairns, we loaned out last season, I think halfway through the year, and he's already 72. So Neres will have to play catch-up, as this is the squad we have, and yes, striker, I mean, Undav, he's good, but he's slow. As that's got me thinking as well, he's physically enough to play target man, despite not having the height, so do we go for a pace merchant? I mean, McAtee 91 pace, but he's a winger. And then Dragus 87. What's Marriott? Marriott's also 87. Summers has not got the pace, and I don't think Dewsbury Hall has the pace as well. So yeah, maybe a pace merchant, maybe 90 plus. As also at the time of recording, I haven't received the poll vote, so I don't know who's player of the year, as I'm also seeing these contracts for the first time. McAtee's expiring and Jordan Pickford's expiring as well. Now, he's going to take some convincing, because of course he wanted to leave, maybe. As it seems Lallana's going to speak to him first over McAtee, a weird move, saying, Jordan, you are my most prized possession. That season you just had, absolutely phenomenal. So I would love you to sign for Grimsby for another year. As he says, boss, I'm not sure. I think I want to stay to that promise. We didn't get into Europe, and that makes me want to leave. I'm 34 years old. I think I'm reaching my prime now. So if a big club comes sniffing, I think I want to move. As Lallana says, please, Jordan, you don't understand. We are going to be one of them big teams. Sign the contract and I'll show you. And has Lallana convinced him? It looks like he has, signing a 2-year deal with the Mariners. That's better than the 1 year. Or maybe it's actually a 1 year because I think he had 11 months left anyway. So Jordan Pickford stays. And that to me is good news. One less position to worry about. And our money's gone up again after paying him a contract. What is going on here with our finances? I don't really know, but they are destined to take a hit now because I'm going to get the scouts out again. Maybe for the final time in the Grimsby to glory. Because we're outgrowing them. But hey, maybe not as well, as I'm going to go to Scotland. And I'm going to search for a centre-back. Maybe for a tough tackler, as then I want to go to Italy. I've decided an Italian's been at Grimsby in the past in Ivano Bonetti. And he was a bit of a legend for the Mariners in Grimsby Town fans' eyes, of course. As the final one, the Italian scout is actually going to Spain. And of course, we get the scouts back straight away. And this is what they've got and found. A backup goalkeeper or a third choice in reality. Adrian Garcia. Now, I don't think I want to get him in. And Iñaki Gomez, maybe just a loan deal though. And same with Andrea Rossi, an Italian midfielder who I wanted to really find and look for the next Jorginho, as that's what I really want, because I want to be playing with a good striker, and a couple of players on international duty never actually clocked that was happening. But good on them, as the final thing before looking at signings I maybe want to do is look at the tactics. Now, we've played counter-attacking for quite a while in this save. Everybody doesn't look like they're good anywhere else apart from on the counter-attack. That's the coaches I'm talking about, of course. They're all experts in that, but we've got a few experts in gegenpressing. Maybe we could try this. See how our young lads do, because we've got to be fair. They mostly are young. We've got Casado in here, Savage. Dewsbury Hall isn't too old, or actually he's 29, which is older than I thought. Still Mashui on the bench, and we're still bringing youth through. So yeah, we've got to keep an eye on those young players. I think we've got some good ones in our squad, and maybe we could promote them, sell a few of our older guys. But these aren't our oldest, because the two good bits that have come in are for Ewan Summers, our cam, and Nathan Marriott, our winger. Don't want to let go of those, as the other ones, Undav, I really want to keep, but of course only as a backup. And Joaquin has been replaced. He is 31-year-old, so if we get a bid from Spain, I will let him return home. Only if the bid's from Spain, though. I do deem that as realistic, as we do have a bid from Spain. Getafe, 5.3. I could try and negotiate further, but with it being over his evaluation, I'm going to accept it and say goodbye to Joaquin. We will never forget what this man did for us in our promotion season. Championship legend. But legends have to move on. Just like Southgate, really. He did get England to 2 finals, and he goes back to his home country, maybe to win the Euros with them. If they could do back-to-back, as now it's 55 million, which still isn't really much, but it's a lot of money for one player. If we do just want one player, as before anybody says it in the comments, David Washington, of course I would have loved to get him. But he's been at the club for a while. He's had 2 seasons with the Mariners, 70 million at Leipzig. No way we can afford him. No idea how he got all the pace, as we did have a replacement for the keeper. The backup keeper, of course, Austin Smith, another youngster in the squad, taking us to 3 with Summers, Marriott and himself. So if we could get more into the team or the bench, it would be handy. And I think I've found my striker. Yes, I have been stalling for time, and this man we're going to sign hopefully gives us some more money left over, as it's not Domi. Don't worry, I don't want that fringe, as, no offense, I shouldn't have said that. It's not Duro as well, the 28-year-old. Not even Cucho, who is a channel legend at this point. Not Kwame, not Morales, but this man Pizarro, or Pizarro, the Chilean. Now, he's 23-year-old, 81 rated. He just seems like a Brereton Diaz, who turned up at Sheffield United from, of course, La Liga, where he went. And this man's got pace for days. Yes, we'd have to work on his shooting. And if we could get a good deal on him, we would have money saved up as well for elsewhere, as I'm going to offer 30 million. Or bang on his evaluation. Now, please listen to us, Valencia. You've got plenty of money. Why do you want that much for him? Actually ridiculous. So I'm going to step it up to maybe 40 million. And they do agree to that one as just a contract to do. And we will have money saved over, or left over, should I say. He wants that crucial role and a 5-year contract. So Undav's game time. I'm sorry, mates. He's been a club legend for the club, but it's definitely going to go down in future. As Pizarro signs, we've got our Chilean Wonderkid, only 21-year-old. He replaces Milovanovic. Very happy with that one. And he's also quite a physical player. 81 physicality. I did not realise that on him. As him between Dragus and McAtee, I am going to make him a target player just to get that shooting up, as his pace is alright. Don't need to work on it, as before we go make a signing, I am going to look at these loan offers, such as Carlos Neves, wanted back in Brazil. Harley Shields can go to Bristol this year, and Schmidt from Tottenham. It is a very good offer, 39 million, but this man has been brilliant for us, so I'm going to demand a high margin, minimum 46, and will Ange pay it? No, he won't, so I'll try again. Okay, my minimum's 43, and if they pay that, they can have the player, but it looks like they're storming out, so Ange, get out of my office. You're not taking my left back. As yes, it was good money, but I want to be semi-realistic and keep the majority of my team here because they did well last year. Won't be a victim to vultures, Premier League vultures that is, them teams that did finish above us, as Jacob Belly's leaving. 3.1 million, not bad for a not 70 rated, so that's a little bit more money, but how much do we have left? Okay, 15 million. Now, I am not going to spend that all at once, but I am going to spend some of it on somewhere we need to spend. Coaches that know gegenpressing, as I've got just, I think, 3 more in. There's not many on attack. Our attack is our best position. As speaking of attackers, we've got a lot out of contract this year, Undav being one of them. I'm not actually going to sign him up, though. Being 31-year-old, I'm a bit cautious about next year. One player I'm definitely signing up, though, is John McAtee. Absolute club legend, and he is going to cost us a fair bit with a release clause in his contract. Nobody better pay it. And that's everybody signed up in our first team, at least, apart from Schmidt, as I want to keep the door open to offers on him. As if Tottenham was willing to almost pay 40 million, if we could get about 46 from another big club, I would, of course, accept it. I won't be that stupid, of course. If we get a good bid, the player leaves. As Spurs we have on opening day, away at the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Good job we didn't sell him to them, as then we've got West Ham and Liverpool to follow it up. A bit of a tricky start to the season. But we are, of course, going to approach it, as Harley Shields going out on loan. I believe Bristol City were relegated, so I'm not worried about them being opposition, as they actually wanted him last year. But yes, they're not in the Prem no more, and there is Brentford up here now. A lot of good teams now promoted, as here's Neves leaving as well. Now, this man I've got a lot of faith in. He hasn't picked to go to Brazil. He's picked to go to Argentina with Racing Club, which, of course, are quite a big club over there. So good luck to our youngster, who seems he's wanted to test himself. Good luck to him, of course. And Roman Morris wanting to test himself out of the country to Andorra. Hopefully links up with PK. And is A-OK in the team with him as a big bid for Dennis Dragus, this time from Newcastle. Now, this man has a contract, so I'm going to say 45 million. Newcastle very rich, and Eddie Howe's accepted it, meaning we could lose our Romanian star, which we do in seconds. He's gone straight to the Geordies, as it's only a little bit up north from Grimsby, and 51 million back into the budget. That's initially what we started with, but I am quite torn on this because, of course, we've got Marriott, and I might give him a go to start our Premier League season. As it looks like the news hasn't gone lightly, though, because Doug Tharm's turning up into the office, the manager's office, that is, the club captain for a chat. Gaffer, I don't think selling Dragus was the best option for the club. A very speedy outlet on the left wing who we relied upon. But our manager stays composed, saying, Doug, I love you, mate, but I've got to disagree. I trust Marriott, who's been here longer. And plus, we've got loads of money for Dragus. I know he's gone to a Prem rival, but I feel Newcastle's been tricked here as we've got the better deal. And Doug says, okay, I like this. I'll look forward to who you bring in. I just hope it's someone we can trust and who will get along with the lads. As now I've actually thought about it after Doug's chat, I think I know who I'm going to sign. I'll keep you guys in suspense again. As there's our pre-season results as well. We lost to Leipzig, beat Salernitana, or whatever you say, or whatever you call them, but we drew to Barca. I can't pronounce Italian teams, as now we've got to go to Tottenham. But before we go to Tottenham, shall we address what Doug just said? He wasn't happy with Dragus leaving and didn't seem thrilled with Marriott starting. Hopefully no disconnect, as they both start together. Yep, going straight into this very commercial Spurs game. Look at all the stuff they had outside. Levy knows how to sell stuff. Merchandising, match programs, and this was always going to be a kit clash. I mean, I don't know why we're in the away, but I guess we will still play. And I guess I can make it out. I just hate how EA does this. It doesn't clock the altered kits. As Tharm out to Schmidt. Mistake against the club that tried to buy him. I maybe shouldn't have played him. Maybe that's playing in his mind. As a ball into Tuchemeni. And now onto their man. Pickford with a bouncer. Letting it out of his grasp. As of course we've got a new style of play. So we can slowly build up. Although I'd like to go quicker with the gegenpressing tactic. Schmidt on the ball. And we don't have a name man to aim for. But we do have a man in the middle. McAtee. Oh my days. That was almost 1-0. End-to-end action. And I'm excited to see Pizarro. He was one of the scorers against Barca. Bad tackle, Matty Wolf. Bit early for a card though, ref. No need to give them out right there. And the free kick was a good one. Pickford goes and claws it, and I keep wanting to counter, knowing it's not our tactic, but gegenpressing's high intensity, and that's what we're going to play with. Come on, Schmidt, run through the gap, and now use the man around you. This is Savage on the ball, looking for McAtee over the top. Showing we're still good at breaking. I mean, you don't break the tactic, even though you do change it. Dewsbury Hall's chance this time. Trying to sneak it near posts. Look at Pizarro. What a good touch around the corner, the Chilean. And now McAtee. Can we get this early goal that we deserve? Dewsbury Hall. It almost fell for us again. It was a header away from their man, though. Still, keep this pressure on. Savage very far out wide. And he's got around his men to try and cross it in again. And still, Tottenham clear it. To have them on the ropes, though, this early into a Prem season away from home at this big stadium, in front of this massive fan base. Not a bad start at all. I mean, we've just got to keep playing our game. A point at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Not very bad in my eyes. But still, we've got to defend. And have we defended there? We have. Now counter with Dewsbury Hall, who needed to get the pass through. Still didn't get the pass through. And lads, come on, I'm begging you. Don't mess this up, as it's a ball in the middle. And Pickford, my days. Almost made a mess of it, but still we live another day. And this is Pizarro, the Chilean. He's flicking it for no reason. Gellert, he only just gets it to McAtee. Into Pizarro, our number 10. Little too high if you ask me, but still a very good effort. And Matty Wolf through that middle. Dewsbury Hall. We can win this, I believe, but not when you dwell on it. As, oh, Matty Wolf. It's a good job he didn't connect with that one. I forgot about his yellow card. Couldn't see the top of the marker for the sun in this game as Tuchemeni through the middle. A block from Schmidt. It's into the middle to Mainu. A save from Jordan Pickford, who's actually kept us in the game after a dodgy save earlier on. But I'll take it as McAtee. Not the right pass. And it looks like another 0-0 to start off with, unless we can steal this game. Because we've been better in front of goal, or building up to goal, should I say. They're the team to have chances with Kobe Mainu as McAtee is getting round his man and Pizarro in the middle. If it falls to our striker, which it did, but a poor shot. And we have got the ball in the dying minutes. Casado, just give him the bloody ball back as Pulisic can't run. And a draw in our first game. Not what I wanted, but still it's against a good team, and 8th to start off with. It can only go up from here. As what I'm actually going to do, because I want to keep this season ticking, is I am going to go and simulate West Ham and Liverpool, giving us a tasty start to next time, which of course will be deadline day to start off with, as West Ham. Can we get the win? McAtee with the brace, a very good sign. Right, we've got 4 points from 2. And that's not that bad, I guess. Still, a win against Liverpool would make me forget about not scoring against Tottenham Hotspur away, as we beat Liverpool away. 3-1 the game. Savage Pizarro Wolf. He's got his first Premier League goal. Pizarro, that is. And I think Wolf, who may have scored before Okafor with the equaliser in the first half, but I cannot believe we've done it. That's, what, 7 points? Can't do that on one hand, which I aim to do as Wolves next, who have 0 points so far. And we're in a Champions League spot, where of course I'd like to finish, but I'm going to finish here with a very suspenseful look at the deadline day window.